I need to get some rest, but I need your seed.
Why?
Well, to sleep with it.
And as you fall, Enwin is still on his feet. The rest of you fall and break all of the tables inside of the Cheshire Club. To which Bo goes, "Come on!"
Best day ever!
Group, though. He would work with the group because he likes Cass, and that would just be really, really awkward on the battlefield.
What?
I don't think that's an awkward. Perfect person to protect Cass. I
Wait,
like
what?
it. Let's go.
I'm still
I
here.
don't need protection.
I'm still here.
I know you are, sweetie.
Chris,
It's okay.
shh. The adults are talking. Shh.
Oh,
1
alright.
second, buddy.
I like it. I'm gonna. What did
Chris
you think
likes
of
Cass?
I like.
What have you been?
Ibs was a little pretentious.
Abs was
and
my
for
favorite.
me.
I like Bob.
Thanks, Perry.
Alright.
Appreciate it.
Are you gonna leave?
Yeah, the crew needs me.
You go, and I'm gonna stay right here.
Oh my god.
And he nods his head. And he nods his head and walks you over to the door. Just sort of opens the door.
Oh man.
There was mouth stuff poison? Oh yeah.
No smell stuff.
That came out wrong. Sorry.
Sorry. I could not laugh.
Person has died, Ryan. A little decorum,
Death
please.
due to mouth stuff. Come on. Get over it.
I'll go home
Smack him
now.
across the face. I'm like, wake up.
All right, you smack Ryan across the face. We're set up in these stands or floating above the water. Have never seen a ship cross the finish line, but first. And they all watch as the first thing they see is Monkey C. Written along the side of the ship, crossing and backwards. And you have crossed the finish line. Congratulations, crew. You have won the first high lock race for the briefest of seconds. Let them be. Let them love and hurt and change and tell stories and die fighting and pouring drinks and doing the right thing even though it hurts. Just let them be. We can give them that. What's going on, Indigo Chameleon audience? It's me, your good buddy Scribe, here to remind you of the fun ways that you can interact here on Indigo Chameleon, even when we're not streaming. One, we've got an amazing Discord. Come and hang out with us. We would love to have you there. You can find some inspiration if you need it. There's memes. There's even like fun ways for you to be like the first ones to know when we're looking for players for a remote one-shot or a one-shot located here at Indigo Chameleon Studios. So please come and hang out with us on the Discord. We would love to have you. We also have a merch store. Yeah, it's a chance for you, the dear viewer, to help us represent the brand a little bit. There's t-shirts, there's mugs, there's prints, there's shower curtains. So I hear one day you will be mine, shower curtain. So yeah, thank you so much for all your support. And as always, there's always a spot here at the table for you. You are the 7th player at this spot. You can use stream points by clicking that little karma right at the bottom of your screen, right where the chat is, one of those sides. You can do that and earn stream points. Every time you tune in, you help us raid, you spread the word, donate bits. That, well, I don't know about spreading the word, it'd be hard to track that, but all of those other things will help you earn stream points that you can use to help your players when they need it the most. Thank you all so much for all your support. Indigo Connect, and hey, do you wonder? And the suspense was building. Hello, everybody. Welcome. There's sort of that weird moment where I have to like unmute the microphones and stuff like that. I guess I could do that before the trailer ends.
Maybe.
Hi, everybody. It is Tuesday night. It is time for a little Dungeons and Dragons here on Indigo Chameleon. We hope everybody is having a good night.
You're like half off the camera.
Am I?
I'm
Oh,
fixing it.
you're gonna fix
I'm
it.
fixing it.
Thank
Just
you.
keep talking.
Okay. We have a few announcements before we get started with tonight's game. As you saw before, we do have a Discord. What's up, Icky V? Hello, we love you. We have an amazing Discord. You can come hang out with us. We have a merch store where you can come and buy cool merch, like jackets and cool mugs like this. The whiskey that sometimes comes in them is optional.
Yours has whiskey?
Tastes like love. But yeah, lots of cool stuff that you can get from the merch store and help us keep the lights on. I know, it's pretty amazing. And then, what else do we have? Upcoming schedule. Why is there no...
I still have to put that in. We need to come up with something.
Why is there no... Pop Sparkle. Thank you so much. That's very sweet.
Aww.
Nix, you got some love right from the jump.
Hey.
Oh,
Get that +5.
thank you, Pop Sparkle. You're the best.
Oh, that's another one.
And another...
Whoa.
Oh,
The suspense.
who
is
that
cool.
one for?
Who that for? Who that moves? Mandrake.
Thank you. I'm gonna need that real bad.
Meanwhile, Eric's under his altar right now, and you get a +5, and you get a. Upcoming schedule.
Hold on, I'll be back.
Yeah. 4 laptops set up. So we also. Upcoming schedule for this week. Tonight we have Wonder, which is our good baby. But in about a month or so, a little over a month or so, Wonder will be coming to a close, and we will miss her greatly as the door to Wonderland. That's okay, Paul Sparkle. No worries. We appreciate the ones you did send. You started us off right. Wonder will be closing its doors. There will be a little bit of an interim, and then we will jump into Wanderlust, a campaign set in Wildmount, which I'm really excited to get into. So there's always new horizons to explore, new things to do, new Saint Owls to worship. So I wonder what deity we will create for this campaign. So that
I've got the art right there. So it's really
oh, I'm aware.
It is the Traveler.
The eyes follow you no matter where you look if you, on the screen.
No, it's the side eye follows you.
That makes sense that Saint Owl would give you side eye.
really gonna do that.
That's on Tuesday nights. On Thursday nights, we're going to go to the Lost Isle, where you can see amazing players like Icky V and Indigo Chameleon play a game that kind of mixes sci-fi and D&D, where they have a bunch of time travelers and things of that sort. So yeah, come and hang out with us. It'll be a lot of fun. On Thursdays, on Yee. Then on Friday, we go to Neverland, where we take place in another homebrewed world of the land of Peter Pan and Tinkerbell, as a new group of heroes is fighting valiantly to take care of the Mother Mimic, a giant amorphous blob that seems to give birth to all of the mimics that infest the multiverse. So.
And by take care of, he doesn't mean wrap in swaddling clothes.
No, I mean hurt with their.
I mean, it's an option.
It
It'd
is.
be a lot of swaddling
Favorite shows
clothes.
on.
It's very large.
Okay, a couple gallons of ice cream, her favorite shows.
You know what? You have solved problems in less weird ways than giving a giant blanket to the Mother Mimic and being like, "How was your day?"
You know,
Like,
if anybody could get away with it.
it's true.
We're gonna
Just-
turn on your story.
And then on Sunday, I believe, we have another episode of Pen and Paper, the Curse of Strahd campaign that we have. It's a little bit earlier in the day, so if you're hanging out and you got that Sunday, easy like Sunday morning energy, and you want to relax with some D&D in the background, maybe while you kill monsters online, who knows? You're more than welcome to tune in to Pen and Paper. So, and I think that's it for upcoming shows for this week. So, that all being said, once upon a time in Wonderland, Thoe threw herself in front of a cart. I would encourage you to watch the previous episode. It is still loaded up on Twitch, and we are working valiantly. Yeet.
That wasn't even the most dangerous thing that somebody did.
Okay,
To be
so
fair.
the heroes were making their way down the road when they began to see quite a bit of traffic, leading them to another small town on their path to the kingdom's capital. Seeing these carts go flying by, Thoe decided to throw herself in front of one of the carts, sustaining a little bit of damage.
They stopped. We got to the party.
They stopped. Lord Chiron was inside of the car, and after some conversation and Mandrake selling the group as a band of circus performers, with Otto being the strong man, the man led the group to what looked to be a small gathering at the governor's mansion, where Otto was chosen for the task at hand. After a fair bit of examination and moving about in the space, it was discovered that this was a bit of a raffle. Each of the members of the party clasping a dagger associated with a card and a deck of cards, and once the final card was drawn, everyone was going to rally together to put an end to a traitorous individual within the kingdom. When the hood was removed and the events started to take place, Otto quickly recognized his mother as the traitor, choosing instead to take his dagger and instead of throwing it at her, throw it at Lord Chiron, kicking things off very quickly, and that is exactly where we are going to pick up. So heroes, let me paint the scene for you in this room right now without using four-letter words, too many four-letter words. Like bad words. I saw that look of confusion. The room is fairly large. You are currently situated, I would say everyone except for Alo is situated 50 feet back from the teeming horde of affluent individuals of different races, each one of them holding daggers. There is a stage where Alo is 50 feet away, the stage itself is 60 feet. And you are all crowded a little bit near the back of the room with a sort of wide open shot to get to where you need to go.
I'm losing track of the four-letter words. You surpassed 10 already.
Wow.
Let's start with Edgar. That's enough painting and pictures. Edgar, it is now your turn. You see exactly what has happened, and the situation is going badly. So you rolled high in the initiative, so you were actually starting us off right. So go ahead and what you got?
Okay, so Lord Chiron, I want to cast. I want to bring out my lyre, and I believe the spell is Wall of Fire. But I want to turn it into a circle so that way it encompasses the stage that they're on, that he's on.
What is the range of Wall of Fire?
It is 120 feet.
Okay.
So that's from where I am. That should be about the distance.
Yeah. So you are setting up a wall of fire to cordon off Lord Chiron, the Tabaxi on the stage. That you are unaware of who they are, and the corpulent governor.
See.
And setting it up along the rim of the stage. Okay, where's the hot side?
The hot side's going to be inside.
Okay, pointed towards the stage. Facing them or facing you?
Facing them.
Facing them, okay. So do they need to do anything as you cast this wall of fire?
It is a dexterity saving of 18. Yeah, of 18. So
on the start of their turn, or initially once the wall is set up?
So that is when they start their turn, like inside, then they gotta, it's 18 when they start their turn.
Okay, so at the start of their turn, they can go ahead and do that.
Sweet. That's all I'm gonna do.
Okay, are you?
You don't want to inspire someone with, like, say, a bonus action?
If you want to bard, you can bard, but
Yeah, let's also do that. I'll throw some inspiration to Olo, since he's probably gonna be the most ready to throw down. So I'll read you a little poem, good Olo. A weary mind is never mended. The restless heart is always unset. But be the light and fight. But don't give up nor fail. Boom, inspiration, and that's a D10.
All inspirations need to end with boom inspiration.
Boom, inspiration.
Because it reminds me of Michael Scott being like, boom, roasted.
And just finger crossbows as he walks away.
Yeah.
Hey.
You doing anything with your movement? Are you staying put where you are near the back of this?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay in the back.
Okay. All right. Lord Chiron's turn is next. He is going to, a la Buffy, walk through the fire.
Yeah, of course.
So he is going to actually hover a little bit above it and float through the fire. So he will take damage on this one at the start of his turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's okay.
Does he take any extra damage? Does it say he takes any extra damage when he moves through it? Okay, so Chris, actually, when the wall appears, each creature makes a dex save. So all three of them should have made a dex save the minute that wall appeared. So let's do this first. Roll 5d8 fire for me.
Okay, so that is going to be 10. 27 points of fire damage.
27, okay. Lord Chiron's going to take half. The Tabaxi is also going to take half. But the governor is going to take full on this.
Mischief.
The guy in charge of everything. Each creature that ends its turn within 10 feet of that side, and it enters the wall. So they will take... Yeah, you need to roll another 5d8 fire damage for me.
Okay. One sec.
No, it's okay. This is another set of fire damage that this individual is going to take.
31.
Another 31. Okay. Yeah, Lord Chiron's not looking too happy about all this.
He shouldn't have moved.
Well, he wasn't going to be shown up.
This is very true.
Okay. 30 feet. You watch as this individual floats through the fire, looking at all of you, and then he is going to cast a spell. I need Edgar, Trovic, Mandrake, and Thoe.
Counterspell.
Okay. He's going to counterspell as well.
He's going to counterspell my counter. Ah!
Counterspell chain.
Counterspell.
Oh, I didn't forget to roll wild magic.
Counterspell. What level are you casting counterspell?
Third level.
Okay. You're going to have to roll.
Okay. What do I add again? I forgot.
Hang on. Because you're trying to beat the spell. He's trying to counterspell it. He's casting... What level are you casting your counterspell of his counterspell, Nyx?
Mine's 5.
Alright, you beat his. So the counterspell doesn't go off, but you need to see if you can counter the spell. So his counterspell of her counterspell doesn't work, because Nyx, you counterspelled it, but go ahead and see if you can beat this.
What's my modifier?
It's your spell casting ability
spellcasting
modifier.
Okay. 16?
Okay, so you need to beat the spell's level. Because this was 4th level or higher, 10 plus the spell's level. What did you roll?
Is 11 plus my modifiers plus 5.
16. Yeah, you need it. Spell fails. You can ability check. DC equals 10. I think if you hit the DC on a counter spell, you counter it. Back me up, DMs. Is that true?
I believe so. I think
Because if
ties
you
go-
attack somebody and it meets it,
Perfect.
does
Okay.
that make sense?
Then yes, you are able to counter the spell. Go ahead.
Icky said yes.
Okay, thank you, Icky.
All right.
I appreciate this. Adventures in Geekdom. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hello.
Go ahead and roll Wild Magic for me.
I already did, and it was a 6. I'm good.
Okay. Nyx, Thoe, your reactions are burned. Both of them. So there you go. That is Lord Chiron's turn. Let's go to Olo.
Great. First, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on Mom.
Okay.
I'm gonna burn one of the uses from Trovic's coin.
She's looking rough. Go ahead and
2d8
roll
plus
damage.
5.
2d8 plus 5.
2d8 plus 5.
Because I put those things in at second level.
Thank
7
you.
plus 5 is 12.
Yes. That puts her at
Um,
20.
Great.
Mandrake, you got a potion.
I'm going to pull my sword with my bonus action and activate Crimson Rite of the Orgvul.
Okay.
I'm going to look at her and go, we have to get you out of here. Now.
Okay.
And I'm going to position myself between her and Chiron. Like, I'm not going to move far away from her,
Sure.
but I'm just going to put myself between the two of them.
Okay. Understood. Nyx. It is now your turn.
I'm going to cast Greater Invisibility and then use my movement to get 30 feet in the direction of Olo's mom.
Okay. You're just walking through the crowd of individuals, like with your...
I mean, running if I can.
Running.
But
Yeah.
But would I be able to get there with that or no?
You would not. Not to where Olo is.
Yeah.
Because...
So yeah,
but
invisibility, and I'll get there. I'll get as far as I can, and that'll be it.
Hi, how I nerd. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you, Icky V. Yeah, you're the best. Okay, perfect. That is your turn. You doing anything with your bonus action next?
I really can't, so.
Okay. Mandrake, go ahead and give me a D100, please.
Sure.
Icky V bought you a potion.
Thank you, Icky V.
And I'm going to be kind enough to say that... Oh, God. This was a
No, I'm good.
potion of knock camera over.
You're a little
72.
there, buddy.
Yeah. I
72.
I fix.
Hey.
He did it.
I don't know what that
There you
potion
go.
was, but
It was whiskey.
that fits. Icky bought you whiskey. All right, that tracks.
Okay, so this is an odd one, buddy. So Icky V has bought
Great.
you a pretty odd-looking potion, and you realize that, like, your hat, you feel it dunk as your hat, whatever is inside, happens to drop onto your head, and you feel a potion hit the top of your head. Because you are wearing your ring, I will say this. Inside of this potion is a soul.
Hey, you actually took my ring away at the beginning of season 2.
Right.
I will be honest.
Inside of this potion is a soul.
There's a soul in the potion.
There's a soul in the potion. Got it?
Got it.
I was going to the same place. Oh my gosh. Oh.
You have received
Okay.
a soul in potion. You don't know anything past that. That was Nyx's turn. Mom's turn. As you have this. Otto, give me a persuasion check, please.
I'm not so bad at those. Okay. This is 17.
Okay. She looks bloodthirsty. Wait.
Where's my inspiration die? I just threw it off my table.
You have a whole D10.
I forgot what I said, but add 7 to it.
24.
24. Yeah.
Okay. Mom's looking a little bloodthirsty. Mom wants nothing more than to stay behind and see how many people that she can take out before she goes down, because she feels like she's at the end of her rope. But after a bit of the healing, and as you look her in the eyes, she's she nods her head and says, "How do we get out?" And she puts her back to yours, and as you're facing Chiron, she takes a little bit of her blood and spits it at the crowd of nobles, causing them all to sort of back up instinctively. Let's see how Mom does with her intimidation check. That's 26. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Mama don't joke, man. Mama don't joke.
Mom doesn't have any weapons, but Mom's knuckles are bleeding. She's got them up like this, and she's got this look of like, I could do this all day, even though she looks barely on her feet. Trovic, it is now your turn.
Okay, seeing Mommy Dearest looking in rough shape and my brother over there defending her, Trovic would have like let loose that throaty bellow of a bull about to charge.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm charging toward Mom. I'm going to charge, close the gap, use my action to dash, plant my shield in front of her, pull out my warhammer.
Okay.
And if you touch her, and you answer to me.
Okay, you just say that out loud?
Yes.
Okay. Give me an intimidation check.
Cool. Yeah, so that was that's a nat 20.
That's a nat 20. The room, the mojo associated with this room is definitely turned. As right now you guys are all fronting that you are the biggest, baddest individuals in this room, and right now attentions are scattered. As you look and see the individuals in this room are now scoping out for exits rather than bum rushing. The tide of the fight has sort of changed a little bit. And it's very much so I'm not locked in here with you, you're locked in here with me.
If possible, I'm going to proffer Mom the light hammer that I keep on my belt.
You are if you're going to dash to get to her,
that's fine.
But you could try going a Thor thing where you like throw the hammer and have it land, but...
Nah, I'm good.
Okay. You're moving towards her. We'll say that.
Yeah.
Trovic, that's your turn. Mandrake.
So, are there like any like big dumb looking guys in the room?
Are there any big dumb looking guys in the room? Explain.
It's a party, so
humongous.
Somebody who looks like they're very strong, but not very smart.
Give me a perception check.
Put your hand down, right?
Okay.
Alo's pretty close.
Ooh. Perception 21.
21. Yeah, you see an individual that's sort of in this clump. He looks rather large. He looks like maybe he's a bodyguard for one of the nobles. It looks to be half-orc in nature. You're somewhat familiar that half-orcs, depending on which part of Wonderland you're from, were mostly kept as slaves. So this one looks to be like an enslaved half-orc, but is a little ways away from you all.
Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do as a free action is I am going to say a prayer to Cheshire to dedicate the chaos that we are about to cause in the name of Cheshire.
Okay.
I like this plan.
I have two qualifiers for this. This is going to burn your bonus action. Because I do love the imagery of like this major fight going on and being like, everybody chill. Dear Lord, baby Jesus, I just want to as you hit your knees, I'm going to burn your bonus action for this. Are you saying it out loud?
No, I would grab the Cheshire pendant.
Okay.
That I'm wearing, because I'm always wearing it. Does it require an action or anything to drop my disguise self that I had on?
No. I would say you could just drop that disguise if you wanted to.
Okay. Yeah, I'll drop my disguise, hold on to the thing, and hold on to that, and then I would just pray, under my breath. not loudly so that everyone in the room can tell exactly what I'm doing.
Sure.
And then I would cast Crown of Madness on that big dumb orc.
Okay. Let's roll a wisdom save for the innocent bystander orc.
Why do you do this?
That is a nat 1. So the crown takes a hold. Let's go ahead and roll initiative. So this will go around. Yeah, this is going to go poorly. So this orc is going to go at the very end of the initiative order. Okay?
Okay.
I think it takes an action to cast it upon them. And tell me about Crown of Madness. What does this mean, buddy?
One humanoid of your choice that you can see within range must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or become charmed by you for the duration. While the target is charmed in this way, a twisted crown of jagged iron appears on its head and a madness glows in its eyes. The charmed target must use its action before moving on each of its turn to make a melee attack against a creature other than itself that you mentally choose. The target can act normally on its turn if you choose no creature, or if none are within its reach.
Got it. So
on your subsequent turns, you must use your action to maintain control over the target, or the spell ends. Also, the target can make a wisdom saving throw at the end of each of its turns. On success, the spell ends.
who are you designating for it to attack?
Lord Chiron.
Okay. Lord Chiron is floating in the air, so he will do his best to attack. But
he's like way up in the air. Like how high?
I would say he's about 20 feet in the air.
Okay, well that's gonna make things more difficult for him.
Okay. But that's who you're designating.
Who else is there? Who other like enemies like in that area?
You have
okay,
you have the individuals that are looking somewhat sheepish, holding knives, and a giant wall of fire.
Got it, Chiron.
Okay, got it.
That's because that's the only one that I know. That's you.
Yeah.
And then that I burned my bonus action, maintaining. Yep, that's it.
Okay, that is your turn. Thoe.
How far away am I from Mom and Trovic?
You are, I believe I said 50 feet away.
Oh, we're 50 from them? Okay. So I'm going to try to get closer to her, but I know I'm not going to get the full, like, 50 feet, but I'll get 30. Is she closer to the door than I am?
The door is behind you all. Right now there is a giant stage in front of you.
She's like
with
in the, okay.
wall of fire up.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to get towards her. I want to get between, if I can, with my movement, I want to get between her and Chiron.
You would not be able to do that.
Okay, but I can at least get close, like maybe not exactly between.
You would
but,
get
like,
to be about
closer-ish.
the same space where Nyx invisibly is, unless you would like to dash.
Nope, I don't. That'll be fine.
Or fly.
Okay, I am flying, but my flying speed is. Oh, actually, I was just assuming it was 30. No, it's 30. Yeah, I know sometimes you can fly 60 feet. No, it's 30. Okay, so I'm gonna fly up in the air.
Okay, make eye
closer
contact.
to that. I'm making eye contact with him because my goal is I'm trying to, these people that are like, I think we're going to leave. I think we're going to wander out. I want to make them go faster.
Okay.
I want to kind of intimidate other people. So I'm going to cast, pressed. I'm making sure because sometimes I get these spells confused.
Sure.
Yeah, I totally got it confused this time. That's okay. I'm going to fly up in the air, and I'm going to say in my most intimidating voice, I just, I'll use minor illusion to do some light show with it. Icy sparks and stuff and say, get out! And then I'm going to use 2 sorcery points for a quickened spell so that I can also cast Ray of Frost at him, at Chiron.
Okay.
Which is, and actually both of those are cantrips anyway, but one is an attack and one is not. So, but the sorcery point makes it a bonus action.
Got it. Okay. Go ahead and give me an attack roll against Lord Chiron.
That is a 24 to hit.
Okay. 24 hits, roll damage.
All right, and where's my other D8? That's okay, I'll just roll this one extra time. 6, 12, 13. 13 points of frost damage.
13 points of frost damage. Okay. Is that your entire turn?
That is my turn.
Okay. With that, I am going to say, Chris, I need you to go ahead and roll another set of fire damage for your Ring of Fire. And then, as a orange tabaxi comes running out of the fire as well, jumping off the stage and heading straight for Alo and Mom.
24.
24. 24 points of damage to them. Great. He stops for a second as he goes to cast against Alo and Mom, and then his eyes dart to a corner of the room, locking onto the amulet out on Mandrake's chest. As he centers upon that, instead, he is going to take one hand, extend it outward, and cast a thin green ray of light exits out from his finger. And
Can I counterspell that?
You have already used your reaction this turn.
I used it. When do I get it back?
Top of the round.
Top of the round. Because you've used it.
Or back around when it gets back to him. Like
Once it gets.
Right? Because didn't we establish, because if you use it at the end of the round, you don't get it back, like, on your next, like, when the next person goes?
Correct. I would imagine this would have to be at the top of the round again. Hang on.
I'm sorry, I just...
No, I want to make sure that I get this right when you use a reaction, and we've talked about this before.
I thought we ended up having to refine it.
You should get it back at the end of your turn. You didn't go before. Yeah, you know what? You go ahead, buddy. Yes, you can counterspell. It's you burning the spell slots. Third level. You are definitely gonna have to roll for this one.
Yeah, I figured. Okay, that's a 15 on the die. Do I add anything, or
You would add your spellcasting ability modifier.
Modifiers +5.
Yep.
So 20.
Yep. So that counters the spell as well. For that as well, he is then. He's going to make a perception check to see if he can spot where this counter spell came from. Okay.
Greater Invis is nice.
He thinks he did. He thinks he does. So he's going to walk in that direction. He is going to burn some sorcery points. And he is going to go ahead and cast... He's going to cast Poison Spray. So what I need is you and a bunch of other people are going to take some poison damage. I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Con, okay. Okay, so that's going to be a 4.
Okay. This could...
+2, so 6, yeah.
Yep, that's not going to cut it, though.
Nope.
I don't think I... Did I store my D12s? No, I got some. 8. 14. Ooh, 25. 28. 28 points of poison damage. And you need to give me a Constitution saving throw to maintain the greater invisibility.
Okay.
The concentration on greater invisibility. As I would say the noble standing next to you is caught up in this as well. Actually, the noble will die. You're not going to take any of this damage. He has to be able to see you for this to take effect. I want to stay true to the letter of the law. He thinks he knows where you are. He's going to spread the gas outward. The gas will go and surround your form for a little bit, but you will not take any of this damage. I want to stay true to the letter of it. But he sees where you are.
Okay.
That's their turn. The soldiers, not the soldiers, the people at the party, you guys have sufficiently scared them, and they're going to start trying to exit out of the room. However, this is going to make the terrain difficult for you all. Allow you to expect our action is instant response. The opportunity attack describing. You can only take one reaction per round. So it doesn't matter that you went. That was still the same round. You would not have been able to respond to that. Thank you, Icky V. For next time, then. Because that was still the same round. You don't get it back. You get it back on your turn. Okay. Well, that's good. This is a good lesson to learn before the next campaign. The party is going to start to disperse, which means for now in perpetuity, while this group is trying to make their way towards the exit, everyone will be traveling in difficult terrain, unless you are floating above the space, as people are trying to bum rush their way to the exit. Yeah. Okay? That is the party's turn. The orc is going to try to make his way through the difficult terrain, pick up a chair, and throw it at Lord Chiron. With a nat 20.
I knew he was strong. Good job.
Lord Chiron gets beaten in the head with a chair, and he takes another 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
10 points of wrestling damage.
Thanks, my big dumb friend.
Perfect.
You can't say that.
He is going to roll his wisdom saving throw at the end of his turn, and get a 2. So he is still under the control. That being said, Edgar, it is your turn.
Nice, that's nice. I'm going to cast Fairy Fire on Lord Chiron, and yes, that is a dex save of 18.
Yeah, absolutely. The wall of fire drops as the Fairy Fire kicks off, because wall of fire is a concentration spell, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's great. And then, so, oh yeah.
Nat 20 for Lord Chiron's Fairy Fire dex save.
Dang. All right. Then I want to, as my bonus action, to inspire Trovic. So give him some love too.
Thank you, buddy.
Protect and fight. Knock out their lights. Kill them with your bull-like might. Boom! Inspired.
With a resounding yell, the governor's voice can be heard. All debts to the kingdom are relinquished with the death of one of the usurpers.
Oh.
And the halting horde of individuals begins to stop a tiny bit. Edgar, that's your turn. The governor is scooting backwards on the stage, away from everything, but still has enough wherewithal to scream this. Lord Chiron, let's try this again. Edgar... No. Yeah. Edgar, Mandrake, you haven't moved. Nyx... No, Thoe. Thoe's the one that did it, and she's standing right in front of him. Yeah, Thoe, give me a dexterity saving throw, please.
That was not good. And I'm not even sure if using... Yeah. Nope, that was a 4.
Okay. So, Thoe, you're going to take 10d8 of lightning damage.
Ouch.
As a bolt of lightning flies out from his hand, slamming into you. 8... Another 8, 16, okay, 20, 24, 28, 30, 33, 38, 44 points of lightning damage.
It's a yikes and a half.
Slams into your side, and hits you pretty darn hard. And one of those bolts of lightning, since you were flying over the area, is going to lash out from where you were and hit Alo as well. So, Olo, I need a dexterity saving throw.
Cool. 28.
28 is going to make it, so you would take half of that 40, 22.
Better than a 4.
With that, he is going to fly as fast as he can with his movement until he is right there next to you. He is cutting the distance from where you are, and he is just making sure that he is right next to you, both hovering in the air.
Okay.
Okay? That is 13. Yeah, that's killer. Olo, it is now your turn. I will say, give me a d6, Olo.
3.
3 individuals have stopped their running and are gathered around you and your mother and are slowly, tentatively walking forward with daggers.
How far are they?
Right now, they're staying somewhat far back because they don't know your capabilities, other than you're pretty good at throwing daggers at Lord Chiron. So
real good at that.
Yep. I'll say this, buddy. They're 15 feet, all of them, forming a nice little like ring all around you, or a triforce, if you will.
Cool. I'm gonna hate everything. I'm going to run over to one and make an attack.
Okay.
With my sword.
Give me an attack roll.
That is a 16 to hit.
He is not wearing armor. Go ahead and roll damage.
That is 9 slashing and 8 psychic.
The 9 doesn't kill him. Whatever sort of psychic energy that you have instilled within your blade is enough to have him die screaming. As his mouth opens up in a guttural yell, and he just grabs his head, hits his knees, and his face is locked in that sort of forever scream as he hits the ground.
Okay.
That's your first attack.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk back to Mom and level my sword at one of the other ones and say, if you come any closer, you're next.
Okay. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
All right. Nyx.
All right. So with my movement, can I get within reaching distance of Mom?
I'm going to need you to give me a stealth check. There is an
Okay.
individual that knows where you are now. This could be the equivalent of an attack of opportunity.
Is he that close to me, or is it he's holding his action?
He is not holding his action, but
Okay.
he is close enough to you at this point that
Okay.
Yes.
Sure. All right. So stealth, you said?
Stealth.
Stealth. That's gonna
at
be
advantage because you're invisible.
Hell yeah. Yeah, 22.
22?
Yeah.
Yeah, another nat 1 for me. Ugh. It's feast or famine tonight. Yes, go ahead. Yeah, you managed to sneak up close to get to where Olo's mother is.
All right. So Mom's there, Olo's there?
Olo and Mom have their backs pressed
Right.
up against one another in a defensive stance.
All right. I'll get her out of here. Don't worry. And then I'll put my hand on Mom and cast Dimension Door out, so we're out front.
What's the range on Dimension Door? 500 feet?
Dimension Door is...
Yeah,
500. 500, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Out front with a little bit of room.
Is it a willing person?
It is a willing person. So depending on if she's comfortable with someone saying, hey, I'll help your mom, but I don't know, it's his mom.
You didn't address her, you addressed Olo.
I told Olo, I'll get her out of here.
An invisible voice said, I'll get her out of here.
Don't worry.
And, don't worry. And you placed a hand. I don't know if she'd go, pal. I'm trying to... Alo, she looks at you and grabs your hand as if she is trying to will you to come with. But that's not how the magic works, and instead, Nyx and your mother find themselves outside of the space. Wolfgarin, dude, it's been a day, my dude. Hello, welcome. Thank you for subscribing for 14 months. We love you, pal. But your mother has now left the battlefield with Nyx at her side. Okay. Nyx, are you still invisible?
It's greater invisibility, so I assume I would be. I'm not going to drop it.
Okay. Yeah, Dimension Door is instantaneous. It's not concentration. Yeah. Mother is confused, and she's in a bit of a defensive position because she can't see you, and she's never met you. But you guys are currently outside of the space where people are running out in droves. Okay. That is your action. Are you doing anything with your bonus action?
I don't think I can really do anything.
Okay.
So, no.
Yes. Okay, that is your turn next. On Mom's turn, she is going to reach up and grab your hand, which is still placed upon her for the touch spell, and she is going to grapple you.
Yeah, that sounds like Mom.
Yeah.
All right.
18 to hit versus AC.
Yeah.
Okay. She does not do any damage as she grabs your hand and twists it and says, "Give me any weapons that you have on your person."
All right.
Also sounds like Mom.
Yep.
Do I have to wait for my turn to do that?
Yes. You have to wait for your turn to do that. Blueit 1117. Welcome to the tribe. Thanks for hanging out with us. That is going to be Mom's turn as Mom looks up to see her husband running to greet her with a mechanical dog, and Mom instinctively runs over to kiss him, and he wraps his arms around her, and as he does, he takes what looks to be a silver circle. And as he kisses her, he slaps her on the back, and she backs away instinctively as the circle unfolds into a full set of plate armor.
Dad made rescue armor. That's awesome.
Around her, he looks at the building. He doesn't see Alo, and he says, "Go get our son." And she goes running forward. Takes the small circle, which is still expanding, and as she pulls it off of her back, it forms a shield, the last of the metal, forming a circular pattern, and she goes tearing off back into the building.
Did she get my weapon or no?
No, she's not waiting for it.
She just said it and then was like, "Oh, never mind."
I'm out.
She doesn't need it, not anymore.
Great.
Trovic, your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna move toward Olo.
Tana, thank you so much. You're moving towards
Olo.
Olo.
My brother.
Yes.
Right next to my brother, and I am going to cast what I've always wanted to cast on my dear big brother, haste.
Okay.
I reach out, put my hand on his shoulder, go get him.
Alo, you feel the surge of brotherly love as the tap on your shoulder happens, and you are now supercharged to a degree of which you have never been. You will have a +2 to your AC, I believe. Your movement speed is incredibly large, and then you also get an extra action on all of your turns.
Nice.
That is a great move. Trovic, you got anything with your bonus action?
For bonus action, I'm going to okay. I'm going to I'll take Mom's spot back to back with Olo, and that'll leave it for me.
Okay. Mandrake.
Okay, so Nyx is outside. Edgar is still behind me.
Yep.
Hollow, and Thoe is like facing off with
Lord Chiron in the sky with diamonds.
Yep. That's such a good song. Okay, I am going to. I mean, I'm going to maintain the spell, the Crown of Madness on the orc.
Okay.
Continue to direct him at Tyron, but I am going to use my dash a little bit.
Okay.
And I have the mobile feat, so no difficult terrain, to kind of move closer to Edgar, to be side by side with Edgar.
Okay, you move back in the crowd, which is perfect. You kind of like stand right next to his side and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the only way to speed up D&D is with haste. Thank you, Hey Rob. I love that spell. It's so good. Okay, that's your bonus action. That's your action. That's your movement. Thoe.
Okay, so how is Chiron looking? Is he looking rough? Is he looking pretty darn confident still?
You know what? Chiron
wrong with him?
is actually looking better than okay.
That's not ideal. Okay, so 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I'm going to do what I should have done earlier.
Okay.
I'm going to use another 2 sorcery points to make this a bonus action. I want to cast Mage Armor on myself so I can bring up my AC a little bit.
Okay.
I'll do that in a second, but it's okay. And then I would like to look at him and slug him. Except I'm going to cast Polymorph. I want to literally slug him.
You want to polymorph? Okay.
And not only, okay, so he's going to have to make a Wisdom save. Of
No,
8.
he's going to counterspell this.
I don't want him to do that though. Crap. Okay.
Would you like to counterspell the counterspell?
I can't because I just used my bonus action with my sorcery points, and I used my because I'd already planned on using my reaction, but I hadn't actually gotten to use it because he counterspelled it. So yes, I am gonna do that because.
Okay. What level are you casting your counterspell at?
Oh, I can't actually. Okay, am I allowed to do that? Because that's a 3rd spell, but because it's a reaction, I'm allowed to do that.
It is a reaction.
Because it's a reaction. Okay,
You-
so
you
it would
are,
be.
You can cast
Okay.
it whatever spell slot you would like.
Then I would burn my 5th level spell slot
Okay.
to counterspell that.
5th level spell slot counters his 5th level spell slot. I'm
Okay.
gonna play this
He has
right.
to make a Wisdom save of 18.
Wisdom save.
I was gonna use my reaction with Bend Luck in order to make it harder for him to make that save, but now I can't anymore.
He still fails.
Yeah.
He immediately turns into a snail.
Slug.
He turns into
I'm
a
gonna be
slug
gross and slimy.
and falls to the ground.
Yeah. That was my wild magic.
Wild magic. Falls to the ground and shatters his shell. And loses the hit point and reverts back to a human.
Wait, but he wasn't a shell. I said a slug. Slugs don't have shells.
Yeah, but he still fell into.
Oh, because
He's
he
up
falls.
in the
Oh,
air.
that's right. He fell.
He's
Crap.
up
I
in the
forgot
air.
he was up in the air.
You guys
Darn
are
it.
both
Nope.
facing
Gotta
off.
play it out. No, we're good.
The slug. I will give.
That's all right. No, that's all right.
Give me a dex save. It's going to be high.
Okay.
I'm going to make this a dex save of 18 to catch a slug out of midair that you
Okay.
were not prepared for. As
Yeah, I
you go,
totally forgot. He
oh
was
crap.
flying. That's on me. Yeah, no, that was an 11.
Okay.
Oh, dex save. Yeah, I think I have plus.
Check-
2 for
check
dex.
the save.
Yeah, no. It's.
Did you want to bend luck
13.
on this?
I can't because that's a reaction,
That's a
and I
reaction.
just burned
Got
my
it.
reaction.
The slug falls to the ground, hits the ground hard, and takes the 1 hit point and comes out of form, but he is knocked prone in front of Trovic and Otto.
All right. Well, that helps a little, I guess.
He's also a big old angry orc.
We last one of him. I like our odds.
All right. With that, it is now the Tabaxi's turn. Who is going to Wild Step or Misty Step? Let's do this. No Wild Magic. He's going to Misty Step to where Mandrake is. Since the other one left. And he is going to stab him in the side with a dagger. Actually, he's not going to do that. Give me a charisma saving throw, please.
Okay. Nat 20.
What's the total?
Oh, the total. Hold, please. The total is 22.
Okay, go ahead and
No, yeah, 22.
go ahead and I don't know if he wants to use this. Okay. 20. Yeah, you know what? He's gonna bend luck.
Oh,
No.
With a 4 on the die, that brings it to 18, which
Can I use my +5 that Pop Sparkle gave me?
yes, you may.
Boom. Wait, not boom, not inspired boom, just like boom boom.
Just boom boom. Okay. Okay. With his bonus action, then he is going to burn another sorcery point,
I'm gonna kill this cat.
and this time he's going to cast poison spray at you because he wants you dead. Dead.
Right.
Dead.
What's the save on that?
Poison spray is a con save.
Con save? Okay. And
There's only so many nat 20s that you can roll.
that was not one of them, sir. That was a total of 5.
Oh,
20. Oh, now I'm rolling high. 37. 37
Can
points.
I uncanny dodge that?
Of poison? It's an
I'm asking you.
attack. Yeah. I don't know if uncanny dodge is specific to a
I think it might just be a melee attack, or like a physical attack.
Nope. When an attacker that you can see hits you with an attack, you can use your reaction to have the attack's damage against you.
There was no attack roll for this. Is my only thing. Like, this was... Yeah, you know what? I'll allow it. You take half of 37 points of damage.
Okay. So 18?
Yes.
Okay. But I can't get poisoned because I'm immune.
Correct. You still take the damage.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
Give me a Constitution saving throw again.
I'm taking my mini wins here. It literally got stuck on every level of my tower. Sorry. 11.
Okay, that's not going to do it as your spell drops on the orc, the Crown of Madness. And his eyes dart in your direction. And you see the Tabaxi take a few steps backward and just point at you.
This guy.
That's going to be it. The party goers are not going to want to go up against Trovic and Olo, especially because Olo just killed a man by making him have bad thoughts. The sword definitely helped. However, Olo, the crowd is going to disperse even more as a group of soldiers run into the party from behind the stage. These are 3 men wearing suits of armor, each one carrying swords, and they run the distance of the stage at the behest of the governor and make their way towards where Trovic and Olo are. They cut the distance, and they are each going to take 2 attacks against Olo and 1 attack against Trovic. Olo, 16 to hit.
Nope.
19 to hit.
Nope.
Okay. Trovic,
Yo, what's up?
29 to hit.
Barely. Yeah, it is.
Okay, so 3. Do you have any magical spells affecting you currently?
I don't have any spells affecting me, but I do have a concentration spell up.
Okay. You are going to take 12 points of damage. Go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw.
I'm good at those. No, but for real, I'm real good at those because that's a 20. I don't roll the 10 on the die.
Okay. You maintain concentration on haste. It is now the orc's turn. The orc is going to come over and pick up another chair because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. As he realizes that he has been charmed and does not like that behavior one bit. And he's going to walk up to Mandrake. Mandrake, it's not a nat 20, it's just a 17 to hit.
17 to hit. Yep, that just barely hits.
Okay. That is going
No,
to...
actually, it's just barely.
That is going to be 10 points of damage, as there are...
Uncanny dodge.
Okay.
No, wait, I've already used my reaction. Never mind.
You have. So another 10 points of damage. Stone Cold Steve Orkston. Oh my god. May say, take DM inspiration. It's too good not to. Didn't even see me. Stone Cold Steve Orkston. Okay, that's great. So that's the orc's turn, as he is now in melee range of you, Mandrake. And all up on you. Edgar, Mandrake is next to you, and there's a tabaxi next to him, and an orc that's also not happy and sort of beating Mandrake with a chair.
Gotcha.
It's now your turn.
Okay, couple of questions.
Yeah.
How many soldiers entered the room?
3. They jumped off the stage and approached Trovic and Allo because these two were back to back, sort of waving weapons at the nobles who are running out, like do something, do something, like and yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, and then how many party goers that are? Yeah, how many party goers have knives that are like willing to? Take
None at this point. You guys have done enough damage and random magical abilities. There is a green flying girl who's throwing around spells. Like spells are all half off today. Like
Sweet.
yeah,
Just got spell warehouse.
Awesome. Okay, then if that's the case, I want to cast Mass Suggestion.
Okay.
And I can get up to 12 people that I can see that are 60 feet away. So if that's the case, I'll need the 3 soldiers that are like next to Olo and Trovic, and then the Tabaxi, the mayor, and the orc.
Okay. You understand that Mass Suggestion has to be and I am all about this. So it's 12 creatures that you can see.
Yes.
It can't be
Limited
creatures
to
that are
seconds, okay.
immune to this. And it has to make the course of action sound reasonable to them.
Right. Exactly, yes. So, Edgar's going to look at that group, and he's going to say, we are not your enemies here. Drop your weapons and go home and do not return.
You say drop your weapons.
Yes, drop your weapons. Go home and do not come back.
Okay. Are you sure that's what you want to say?
Yes.
Okay.
And that is it's a wisdom save of 18.
Okay. You're doing this for everybody, right? That you can see.
Yeah, for like the soldiers, the Tabaxi, the mayor, and the orc.
One of the guards puts his weapons down, and that's what happens.
Okay. Well, I tried. Okay. Well, then for my bonus action, I'm gonna heal Mandrake. So I'll do Healing Word at level 4. So give me a second. I'll get you some health, bro.
You can't cast 2 spells.
But as a bonus action? One
One has to be a cantrip, and the other one has to have the bonus action like qualifier to it. So if you had cast a cantrip before and then you cast the spell, that would have been a-okay. But you cannot cast this as a bonus action.
Oh. Next, it says under my bonus actions, it says spells, healing word.
Totally, like, so if you were doing this, if you had gotten your sword out and you were like fighting with your sword,
Oh,
and then
okay,
went,
I got you, I got you.
healed, or like if you cast a cantrip and then went healed, like that would have been just fine.
Gotcha. Okay, gotcha.
Okay?
Yes. And I end my turn.
That is your
That
turn.
might be okay.
Lord Chiron.
It ain't cool. I'm not gonna be okay.
Stands up from prone.
Stands up from prone, using half of his movement speed. Okay. I need you to, as Lord Chiron reaches into his pouch, looks up at Thoe and looks at the more imminent danger of you all fighting these guards. I think he's still going to go... I think he thinks the guards have this. Thoe, all he is going to do on his turn is reach into his pocket and throw a tiny bead at you. I need a dexterity saving throw from Thoe, please.
I love this item so much.
So
I don't.
good at these. I'm so good at dex saves. That's a 14.
A 14 total?
Yeah.
You needed a 15.
Oh, but I still have, because I forgot to use it before, but you told me it was good because they gave it to me right at the end of the stream last time. Grim gave me a +5. And I forgot to use it when I should have on the polymorph thing.
Okay. All right.
So
the bead of force misses you. Everybody is using up all of their little tiny little prizes and toys, and so this fight's taken a much different turn. As that is going to be the action that he's going to use, and then as a bonus action, as the bead misses and he turns over to where you are, he is going to walk in the air towards where you are. I think that if the two of you would like to take attacks of opportunity, you may.
Yes, please.
Yes, please do that. Do that.
28.
I like that number.
21.
Both of those hit. You have the potential of taking out Lord Chiron right here, right now.
Perfect.
Do
I'm
it.
also
Do it.
gonna mark him with my brand of castigation.
Can you?
All I have to do is hit with an attack.
Okay, that hits. Then yes, you can hit him. 9 points total.
From me, yes.
9 points total.
Thump him with a warhammer.
That's going to be 13 points of slashing, and then 14 points of psychic.
27. Did you want to add anything to your attack, Trovic?
I can't because the only thing I could add would be Branding Smite, and I needed a bonus action to do that.
You can't add a jolt or anything like that?
Oh, I could do Arcane Jolt. You're right. Thank you. I apologize. Thank you for keeping me on there. I will absolutely add an Arcane Jolt on there.
Okay.
So that is an extra 2d6. Sweet. Oh, come on!
Yep.
Oh.
I rolled double ones.
How do the brothers want to do this? You had 1 hit point left.
Nice. Okay. I hit him high, you hit him low, and we just spin like a pinwheel.
As the sword slices into the neck, the hammer comes down. Who's hitting him high?
He's hitting him high.
Okay.
I'm short.
Warhammer up, sword to the side. He snaps in half. I think as the warhammer comes here, the sword stops the movement on one side, and Lord Chiron just snaps in half.
Okay.
With an attack of opportunity, not casting this spell.
Ooh.
Okay. That is a season wrap on Lord Chiron, everyone. Wow. What a game. Neil Patrick Harris as Lord Chiron.
It was nice of him to come in and play Chiron.
NPH.
I feel a little bad about that now, not gonna lie.
No.
If we'd known, we would have kept him around for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
He should know better to take better rolls.
That is your
Shots
turn.
fired.
Shots fired. Olo, your turn.
Okay, so we've got 3.
Nope, you have 2.
Yeah, one of them put his weapons down.
One of them put his weapons down, and he's like, I think I want to go home.
Alright. Well, I'm going to make an attack against one of them.
Okay.
I need to pull some of these dice away since I've already used my brand. Okay. That's a 14 to hit.
14's not going to hit.
Okay, we're going to make that second attack against him too.
Okay.
That's a 16 to hit.
16 is just barely going to hit.
Okay. That's 11 slashing and 4 psychic.
Okay. He's still up.
You get one more. You get one more swing because of the haste.
Yep. That's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, buddy.
It's a 27 to hit.
27 hits.
That's a 1 on each die, so it's 10 slashing and 1 psychic.
Of course it is. Great.
Olo too strong.
Olo too strong. Olo too strong. Is that your turn, Olo?
That's it.
Okay. Nyx, we cut to you outside of the space.
Laying on the ground, yeah. So I'm gonna get up. And then how far am I from the front door?
How far are you from the front door?
Probably 50, 60 feet.
Okay, then you're about 50, 60 feet away from the door.
All right. Great. I'll take benign transportation as my action to get me 30 feet closer.
Okay.
And then I'll use Misty Step to get another 30 as a bonus action.
Okay.
And then for the rest of my movement, I'll just get inside.
Okay, got it. Yeah, you are.
And that's it. I'm just I'm hopping. Yeah.
You're hustling. Yeah, got it. Okay, that is your turn, Nyx. It is Mom's turn. Mom is going to go tearing into the space as she's watching Nyx kind of hop.
Still invisible, right?
I believe so. It only lasts a minute.
Yep.
It lasts a minute, so it's been.
Yeah, it's been less than
20 seconds.
10 rounds.
Okay.
So yeah, you are still invisible.
Just want to make sure.
Hang on. Anything the target is wearing or carrying, yeah, up to a minute. Yeah, so you're just still invisible as she goes tearing into the space as quickly as she can. She's not going to quite reach, but she gets into the ballroom proper, Olo and Trovik, as you see reinforcements have arrived when they may not be needed, depending on how the battle goes.
She runs in and Olo is just like, I told you! What are you doing?
Cool. We have this.
Trovik.
Yep. Okay. So I still have a guard that is Armed.
Yes.
Mandrake, how far are you from me?
I'm standing by Edgar.
And Edgar has to move, so you guys are 50 feet away.
Yeah.
No, that's unfortunate.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Bump up the guard.
Do it. Give me some attack rolls.
18 on the die for one, and then that 20 on the die for another.
Both of those will hit. Roll damage.
Cool. Okay. Okay. See, D20 was great. D8 sucked. Has another 1 on the die, plus another 5, so that's 8 plus 20 damage total.
20 damage total to the guard.
Yep.
Okay.
Just dunk.
Yep. You're on it. Trovik, that is your turn. Are you doing anything with your bonus action?
Nope. I think I'm good.
Okay. Mandrake, your turn.
So the orc is right next to me. Where's the cat?
He's on the other side of you. He's just kind of like watching as the orc beats you with his chair.
Cool. Cool.
Tony,
For the
first
title.
you heard shout. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Cool. So I'm gonna reach back, put my hand on Edgar, look at the orc, and say, "I'm really sorry about that. It was fun though, right?" And then I'm gonna cast Thunderstep.
Gotta go fight.
We out.
Tell me about Thunderstep. What is the save against it?
I'm sorry.
You teleport yourself to an. You teleport yourself to an unoccupied space you can see within range. Immediately after you disappear, a thunderous boom sounds, and each creature within 10 feet of the space you left must make a Constitution saving throw, taking 3d10 thunder damage on a failed save or half as much damage on a successful one. The thunder can be heard up to 300 feet away. You can bring along objects as long as their weight doesn't exceed what you can carry. You can also teleport one willing creature of your size or smaller who is carrying gear up to its carrying capacity. The creature must be within 5 feet of you when you cast this spell, and there must be an unoccupied space within 5 feet of your destination space for the creature to appear in. Otherwise, the creature is left behind.
Where are you transporting?
I would get us. Now Mom's there. I would get us over near Thoe, because she's the one standing pretty much.
Thoe's
No, she's not
floating
by
in
herself
the
anymore.
air.
She's okay. Then I would put us next to Trovic and Alo, just so we're all together.
Trovic, Alo, all of you together. Got it.
Yep.
Perfect. That'll work. I need to make con saves. The orc does not make his con save, but Jeremy makes his con save. And for an orc to fail a con save is pretty huge. So 3d10, please.
Yeah, it was 12, 14. 14. 14 points of thunder damage.
14. Do they take half damage on a successful save?
Yes.
Okay. Thoe. Nope, hang on. Sorry. Mandrake, you doing anything with your bonus action?
Yeah. With my bonus action, I will. You know what? No, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. Thoe, there is a large bout of thunder, and as you look, Alo and Trovic are fighting against two guards, but now Mandrake and Edgar are standing right next to Trovic and Alo and are sort of intermingling, fighting with this grouping of guards.
Right. I'm going to aim at one of those two guards. I'm going to cast Chaos Bolt at 3rd level. Along with that, I'm going to use a sorcery point to make it an empowered spell, so I can reroll up to 5 of my dice.
Okay. You keep track of those sorcery points?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Okay, so that Chaos Bolt is a...
The one Alo is fighting, or the one Trovic
The one Alo
is
is fighting.
Okay.
So that is a 21 to hit.
21 to hit.
Wild Magic's fine. And it's going to be... Alright, so... I just want to make sure of which ones I want to re-roll, because those were some really cruddy rolls. Okay. So I can re-roll up to 5 of them. I'm going to re-roll these ones right here.
Okay.
Better. What is that noise?
That is coming from Mandrake.
Hi.
Sorry.
Okay. So the damage.
I was trying to figure out how to turn it off. It's a new laptop.
The damage is acid damage. It is 6, 12, 18, 20, 21 points of acid damage. I don't remember if I rolled Wild Magic, but if I didn't, that's it, and it's a 20, it's fine.
Which one? The one fighting...
The one fighting Alo.
Okay, yeah, he did.
Okay, good. And I needed a clarification on a rule. I know that I can also I can stack sorcery points, so I can use 2 more sorcery points to make a cantrip a bonus action, since that was a regular spell.
Sure.
The only thing is there a limitation, because I know that there are, and that's a DM change from DM to DM. Can it also be an attack?
Yes.
Okay. So then I'm going to do the cantrip Ray of Frost at the other guy as a bonus action.
Okay.
Using 2 more sorcery points.
Okay.
That is a 19 to hit.
19 hits.
Yeah, and it's 3d8 of damage is frost damage. So it's 8, 9, 14 points of frost damage.
Okay. He is just barely up. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Okay.
Why are you looking at me like that? Now I'm scared.
Because I need everybody that's all clumped together nice and kindly for me in a nice 60-foot radius sphere to give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh gosh.
As Jeremy looks over at the group, not you, you get to watch your friends.
Me?
Yep.
Not me. Oh, crud.
Okay.
I don't like
So
that.
apparently all my con saves are 5s tonight.
Okay. Mandrake, you're taking full damage. Olive?
Oh, this was the spell that was cast?
This was.
I haven't used a reaction. Can I counterspell it? I have not used a reaction this round.
You can certainly try.
Oh, well, I can try to counterspell it.
At what level?
4th level.
Roll, please. You are unable to counterspell him.
6.
Okay.
Thank you for trying.
It's 11. That doesn't help.
That does
I
not
have to roll well.
Mandrake.
Yeah, I rolled a 3.
Okay.
So 5.
Trovic.
22.
22. You're gonna take half damage on this. Edgar.
18.
18. Just barely. Otto.
Yep.
15.
You're gonna take full damage on this.
All right.
We're gonna re-roll that one. Gonna make the rest. 7, 6, 13, 18. Ooh, let's go. That's better. 18 plus that is 30, 40.
Oh boy.
43 points of necrotic damage as a circle of death appears around Mandrake, Trovic, Edgar, the guard, and Olo. The guard is going to disintegrate and die amidst the circle of energy as a shimmering field envelops everyone there. And you all take 10d6 of necrotic damage. If you took anybody that made their save takes half of that. If you failed your save, you take the full amount.
Circle of Death has now put the Lion King song in my head on repeat.
It's the circle of death.
So I went ahead and rolled my concentration. I got an 18 on the die, so 28. So should be maintaining because I took 22 points of damage from the spell.
Yes, that's right, because you made your save. Yeah. Mandrake, you're...
Nope, didn't make it.
Hang on. Let me check the rules of concentration.
I don't have...
Concentration check. Player must make a con save equal to DC of 10 or half of the damage received, whichever is higher. So 12, and so because you made that, yes, you maintain concentration on haste. Okay, that is his turn with a bonus action. He is also going to spend some sorcery points.
So mine was at 18. Did that hit me?
Yeah, you took half damage.
Okay. So what was it? What was the half damage? I'm sorry.
I put it at 22 and a half.
22.
Because it was 43 points.
22 necrotic.
Thank you.
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah, he ain't wrong.
Okay. That is their turn as the next set of guards comes in.
There's more?
There's more?
Yeah, more of them.
Quick, run into this circle, guys. It'll be great.
Another 5 guards will run in. These holding crossbows.
Oh.
And will set up on the stage as you hear a shout echo forth saying, "Drop your weapons!"
Casters.
The orc is going to use his movement to run out of the room.
This sounds like the orc.
Yep.
Arrive, raise hell, leave.
He was mind controlled, and this scene is getting a little too intense.
It's a little hairy.
I sympathize. I really do.
I only mind controlled him a little bit.
Edgar, you are looking. Wow, that's a quote. Edgar, you are now
Yes.
in a small clump as 5 individuals are staring down at the group holding crossbows in their hand.
And I got everybody next to me with the exception of Nyx. Is that correct?
You have no idea where Nyx is. Nobody knows where Nyx is.
Awesome. Okay. I'm going to cast Mass Cure Wounds at 5th level.
So you are not dropping your weapon.
I don't know if I even have my weapon out.
Got it. No, I'm just double checking. Great.
So that's
No, because he has his lyre out.
yeah. So I'm just been like, get my jams on. Okay, so that is 15 points of health. Al.
Does that go...
15
What's
points
the
of
range
health.
on that? Am I close
60
enough?
feet.
I'm within 60 feet, right?
You are within 60 feet. How many people get your healing, buddy?
Let's see. It should be everybody, but let me just double check. Phew. Okay. You choose a creature that you can see within range to regain. Wait, that was. Wait, hold on. Yeah, there. Oh, okay. Well, if I got, I'm sorry, the numbers were wrong. I was looking at the wrong spell. I was looking at Cure Wounds instead of Healing Word. So then that is actually.
Mass Cure Wounds is
Right.
up to 6.
He's not casting Mass Cure Wounds.
He's not.
casting Mass Healing Word.
Oh,
Wait,
that's
I'm sorry.
different.
Wait. Why is my key? I'm sorry. I was right. Okay. It is Mass Cure Wounds. So it's.
You're casting Mass Cure
It's
Wounds.
it's up to 6 creatures that I can see in 30-foot radius.
Yes, you would. In a 30-foot radius is not Thoey.
Okay.
Thoey's in the air.
Poop. Okay. So then everybody else.
Okay. Roll that
15.
healing.
15.
Okay. You guys can heal for another 15 points.
Got it.
Too many things going on at once.
You doing anything with your bonus action?
Peeing my pants. Nothing, I guess, at the moment.
You got it.
Ooh, inspire. I can inspire someone.
Would you like to move?
Maybe. Out of the way.
Out of the
way.
circle of death. Out of
Yes, yes.
Move out of the circle of death.
I got 25 feet. I need to get away 25 feet from the circle of pain and hurt.
The circle of death was an instantaneous. It doesn't look like it's maintaining.
Okay,
It was
cool
a
then.
Flash.
25 feet out of the way.
Cool. You just start moving.
Ah.
Towards the door.
Sure.
Okay.
Yes.
Olo.
I'm going to look and go, yeah, maybe we should consider leaving. And then, is this cat person towards the door or away from the door?
He's got his back pressed up against the side of the wall, and his hands are currently up. But he's just sort of smiling at the group.
Okay, but is he in the direction of the door?
The door.
Or okay, cool. I'm going to travel to him, and I'm going to hit him 3 times.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Go.
Okay.
Go ahead.
And I hit him.
The lowest one is a 20, adjusted.
All of those will hit.
Cool.
He has taken a fair bit of damage.
Bad kid.
Meow.
That's 39 slashing
Okay.
and 6 psychic.
He is still up, but he is not looking happy.
Really rude. I do not appreciate this kind of behavior.
Okay.
We're gonna bonus action blood curse of bloated agony.
Okay.
Oh.
Tell me about the blood curse of bloated agony.
You curse a creature that you can see within 30 feet of you to painfully swell until the end of your next turn. For the duration of this curse, the creature has disadvantage on strength and dexterity ability checks and takes 1d8 necrotic damage if it makes more than 1 melee or ranged attack during its turn.
Okay.
I'm going to amplify it, so it's going to last for a full minute. But at the end of each of its turns, it can make a Constitution saving throw to end it.
Okay. I wanted to establish that more guards have come in. They've ordered you all to drop your weapons.
Mm-hmm.
They have crossbows pointed at the group.
Mm-hmm.
And instead, some of you are making the choice not to
stabbing
do
the
that.
thing, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. Okay.
This is a conscious choice that I have made.
Okay.
Yes.
Nix,
I will suffer for it in just a minute, I'm
Hello.
sure.
as you come into the space, Aldo's beating up a cat.
Okay.
Very,
Story of my
very,
life.
very viciously, as you see 5 guards with crossbows pointed at a little kill switch, a little box of heroes, where Edgar is running towards the door. Aldo is not running towards the door. He is running and beating up this cat in the corner. Thoe is floating in the air a little ways away from them. Trovik and Mandrake are still standing in the same spot.
Cool. How far is the governor, the soldiers, and the tabaxi?
The governor is no longer on the stage. The 5 that you
Okay,
can
he's
see, but give me another perception check.
Okay. Perception, that's going to be a 14.
Okay. The back door is opening once again.
Cool. And how far is the tabaxi from the soldiers?
The tabaxi is pretty far away. The tabaxi is, I'm going to say, 40 feet away from the soldiers on the stage.
All right. I'm gonna. So the guards are like set up all within like 30 feet of each other.
All within a little like clump.
Cool. I'm gonna cast Chain Lightning at 7th level, so it's going to hit all 5 of them.
What are the components for chain lightning?
Got all 3. Semantic, verbal, material. If that's what you mean.
Okay, this is going to be counterspelled.
Hey, can I counterspell that?
You can, and burn through your reaction. What
Cool.
level are you casting counterspell at?
I'm going to. Oh, let me see what spell slots I have left. I'll go 4th level.
How do you still have a 6th level? You still have a 6th level spell?
I do. I have my 7th level.
Okay.
I've never used my 7th level.
So you're
Yeah.
casting chain lightning at 7th level?
7th level, yes. So I can hit 5 people instead of 4.
Okay. What level are you casting counterspell at?
4th level for counterspell.
4th level. It is countered. So go ahead and roll damage on the 5 men on the stage.
Cool. Let me make sure I'm getting the right damage before I start saying it. Okay.
Yes.
47 lightning damage, or half on Phil, I believe.
Oof, doof. Okay, let's make 5 individual dexterity saving throws. What's the dex save?
18.
Failure. 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 They all fail. And they all hit the ground. As the chain of lightning slams through them from an invisible spot that none of you can see, as all of the guards then hit the ground. Currently, you are out of combat, but you don't know how long that is going to last. Nyx, are you doing anything with your bonus action?
A little celebration, but no one can see it.
Got it. Mom comes running into the spot as the 5 soldiers hit the ground.
Actually, no, I would move my movement to move out of that space, so I'm not in the same space.
Okay, you got it. Mom's gonna run into the space, see that there is no one there, and immediately try to run past you all to get up on the stage to bar the door at the back of the stage. Seeing that this is probably where many of the guards are coming in from, having studied and knowing that there's only so many entrances in. So she is going to dash and make her way to this door. While Alo continues to engage with the cat. Trovik, you guys are out of combat. This is a free-for-all until you get more enemies that enter into the space. Actually, no. Jeremy's still standing. So you guys are not out of combat. So Trovik,
Right.
what would you like to do?
That's fine. I'm going to move up next to Mom. I'm
Okay.
going to look for like a fallen dagger or anything like that on the ground.
Okay.
And I'm going to drive it in through the door into the wall. My warhammer.
Give me an attack roll against the dagger itself. This is like establishing how you can affix this.
Using that DM inspiration to reroll that nat 1. Thank you very much.
Okay, you're very welcome. Thank you for the puns. God is good. Thank you for the crit.
Anytime, buddy. That is a 15.
15. Okay. With a 15, you managed to drive the dagger in. It's not your best work, but it'll do.
It's a rush job. I'm not too picky about it.
Sure. Yeah.
Mother, we need to leave now.
She goes, yes, I think that's a great idea, and she will very weakly sort of lean on you for support.
Yeah.
As you.
Oh, no, I'll straight up carry her if she wants me to.
Okay. Yeah, I will say, even though she's used her movement, you use a bit of her to pick her up. And we lost a mandrake.
Where is my Drake?
That is Trovik's turn. Mandrake is currently indisposed, which brings us to Thoe.
I want to go. It's just the kitty cat left, right?
It's just the kitty cat left.
It's just the kitty cat. I'm going to say let's go, and I'm going to head towards the door. I'm going to make how far am I from the door? Am I like 60 feet, 30 feet?
Everybody's fairly close to the door. You're probably 30 or 40 feet away.
Okay, who is the farthest away from the door?
Currently, Trovik and Mom.
You know what? I'm just gonna go towards the door. I'm gonna
You're
go
heading
towards
towards
the
the
door as quickly as I can and hope that everybody else follows.
Okay. Thoe's heading towards the door.
I'm flying.
You're using dash to go 60 feet.
Well, I mean, as close as I can to the door. I'm not gonna leave without them, but
You're
I'm
just
gonna
like,
open
"Let's
the door if I can and be
go."
like, let's go.
All right.
Let's go.
Which brings us to Jeremy.
Jeremy.
What does he want to do?
He wants to let us go. I'm pretty sure.
Reveal himself as my favorite half of it. Go, hey guys, how's it going? Where's the short guy beating me up? I don't get it.
I think what Jeremy's going to do is so this affects him if he makes an attack, more than one attack against you.
Just more than one.
Okay.
Me or anybody else. One melee or range attack.
Does that include magic?
I mean, if it is
Melee
a
spell
melee or
attack, or
ranged attack.
Saving throws are a different story, but if it's a melee or ranged spell attack, yeah.
Would you guys consider magic missile more than one attack?
It's a single attack that fires multiple darts.
It's one action.
Yeah.
So he's gonna fire those at Mom.
No.
120 feet. It's plenty of
I
range.
don't want to have to go attack. I really don't want to. It's gonna make me do it.
Thoe has burned her counter spell.
And I did on my turn as well.
You did on your turn as well.
I have counter charm.
Technically, I
But it's
haven't because
not
I just
gonna
went.
Okay.
And I did not use a reaction.
Thoe, if you would like to, you are more than welcome to.
So let me see if I actually can. Hang on a minute. I can. Counterspell, level 3.
Level 3. You're gonna need to roll.
Yep, I am running out of spell slots.
Same.
Okay.
Mood.
I
Okay.
got a few.
That it was a reaction. Never mind. I can't stack reactions. Okay. That was an 11 on the die. Oh, plus 5, 16.
You just saved his mom's life.
Nice.
As the
Nice.
Maybe you shouldn't be such a jerk to me.
the level 4 magic missiles do not go off. However,
Not building you a god killer is not being a jerk.
However, he does take the time to grab a healing potion from his side and chug the healing potion down.
Good for him.
As the back door begins to be pounded against.
Let's go, please. Let's go.
As individuals attempt, that is 10d4
I
plus 20.
never wild magic. I'm fine.
That is, we're going to say 20 plus 20, so he heals for 40 hit points
Ugh,
with this potion.
gross.
It's awful. I hate that.
Same.
Kinda different.
As you see him wearing an identical talisman to Mandrake, Olo, for what it's worth, representing the workings in the Church of the Cheshire Cat. That seems to aglow with the spells cast from him. But that is his action, and that is his bonus action. Yeah. Edgar, you hear a pounding on the door behind you. You see Olo currently within melee of this cat.
I'm gonna keep going towards the cat, and I'm going to cast Blight at 4th level, and it's a con of 18.
Okay.
Okay.
You're not going to get that here. You've just started torching the governor's mansion. That is 17 on the die. So plus 2, so 19 total.
No!
Something's half.
Okay, that is true. Ah. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of numbers. Okay, let's see.
Just round up.
Yeah, okay, it's 8d8 and half on a fail, so let me count this out real fast.
I want to know that there's a pounding on the door. Edgar, you're not leaving the space. You're staying behind, correct?
Yeah, I'm just
Thoe's,
making my...
Thoe's taking off. She's screamed, "We need to go," and you're staying behind with Oliver.
I'm
Got
making my
it.
way towards the door, yeah.
Got it.
Because it's an instant cast, so I can move it, like... So, I'll be
Great.
out the door.
Great.
It's 27 on the dice, so half that.
Half of 27. Okay.
13.
Yeah.
Yeah, 13. 13
So I'm making my way
points of
out.
damage. Got it. Cool.
No more spell slots. Yes, done.
Alo, we go back to you.
Okay. I am currently hasted, so I have multiple actions.
You do.
Can I hold both of them?
4.
Actually, that's not going to work for what I want. I'm just going to hit him.
You could use an action to disengage, maybe.
I don't need to disengage.
Got it.
But I can't move. Actually, I'm gonna hold my movement. Or I'm gonna hold my action, both of them.
You're gonna hold both actions. What are you holding your actions? We're getting into tricky territory right now. What are you holding both of your actions for?
I will only hold one if I can only hold one. That's fine.
No, you're hasted right now, so I'm going to allow this. What is the trigger for your actions?
Until after Mom and Trovic have moved.
They just have to move, and then your actions will kick off.
Yes.
What are your actions?
Dash.
Ooh.
So Mom and Dad are gonna. Mom and Trovic move.
Will make their move, and depending on where they have moved, I will also move.
You will dash.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Got it. That is your turn. Oh. Okay. Nyx.
All right, so it's just the cat, and which is within like 5 feet of Olu.
His back is to the wall. Edgar has cast upon him. The cat's back is to the wall, and he's engaged with Olu.
Okay.
Action in a minute.
What?
Oh, he got leaked because he disappeared.
Yeah.
Who?
Because I lost Discord for a minute. I did.
Yes, we did have to leave you. So Mandrake, you can go right after Nyx's turn.
Okay, I was just like,
If he's prepared, he can go because I'm still.
Right now, there are some choices being made to stay.
Yeah.
I think I'm just gonna get to the door, but not leave the building just yet, just in case they need, some help. But I'm not gonna cast anything. I'm just gonna get to the door and wait there.
Okay, you and Thoe are next to the door.
Yeah.
Okay. Another heavy bang against the door where the dagger is holding it open. Nyx, Mandrake, your turn.
Is Tabaxi still next to the door?
Tabaxi has his back pressed up against the wall. He's about midway between where you guys are and the door leaving the space.
Okay, then I will dash to the door as close as I can get. I got 40 feet of movement.
Nyx.
Wait, you're going to door dash?
Yes.
Nyx, Thoe, and Mandrake are heading towards the door.
Boy.
Okay. Did you? You're not you did not say you were moving. You said you were casting.
Oh, I was saying I was running to the instant cast. So I was running towards the door and casting, Blight.
On your way past him.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Because it's instant cast. So
sure.
If that's how it works.
Got it. Okay. Okay. I think I've got this.
Because I haven't used it in a while and I'm actually doing it the right way, I'll also cast Expeditious Retreat.
Understood. You are but of the god kind.
So I'm at the door.
Okay.
Poised and ready.
Poised and ready. Okay. Mom is going to move, but she's moving slow. But she's going to use all of her movement to keep running past towards where the rest of the party is, as there is another loud bang on the door. Okay. That is all Mom is going to do with her turn. Trovic?
Following Mom.
Okay. Another loud bang on the door. Are you dashing?
I'm keeping pace with Mom.
Okay, keeping pace with Mom. Olu?
How far are they from the door?
I'd say they get about, if they're dashing with their movement speed of 40, they get real close. There's a nice little grouping of everybody's refusing to leave, to be the first person to leave, as Mom's moving slower, but Mom's about 15 to 20 feet away.
Okay, I will move behind them.
No, you will not. Give me a charisma saving throw, please.
Oh no.
Yo, Mama.
You are currently in melee with Jeremy, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
12.
Olu, Alo is banished.
Oh.
As the door breaks. Utilizing the Warcaster feat, the ability to cast a spell when that person leaves with the attack of opportunity, and you all see as simultaneously Alo goes, "I'm coming to get you," turns around, makes eye contact, smiles at you, Trovik, smiles at Mom, and then disappears from existence with a feline paw on his shoulder when it happens. That is going to be Mandrake's turn. Mandrake, give me a perception check as a free action.
20, not nat.
Based on timing alone, you only see a couple of individuals trying to make their way through the door at the back. But there are two individuals. The one individual you see is wearing armor. The other individual behind him is not.
And this is the door on the other side, and people are starting to break through.
Yep. The door has been broken off of its hinges. The dagger has flown off in a different direction. Alo is gone. But you would all have seen and have been spending enough time with Nyx to know this spell.
Right. Did we hear? I remember a pop is bad, right?
You did not. You did not hear a pop, assuming that Alo is from this plane.
Okay.
But you realize that several things are going to be happening. Should
Right.
this spell maintain, Alo is going to stay there for a minute.
Right. Okay. I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure I remember what I think I remember. So I'm gonna throw my hat at JJ.
Give me an attack roll, please.
Can I not? Can we just say I made it?
No. No.
Okay. I mean, I just thought I'd ask. It never hurts to ask. I mean, I got an 17.
Shield.
Huh?
So he casts shield as the hat bounces
Okay.
off of it. Roll to see if you get your hat back.
It's a 7.
You hear a scream out from him and a maniacal laugh as you hear, "You're not the only grandson, asshole."
Dad got around. Great.
No.
7. My hat comes back, right?
Yes, wrong person.
Okay. Yeah, wrong person. Got it. I can't attack again. I can't disengage.
Got it. His reaction is burn, though. That is your turn, Mandrake.
Yeah.
Last, but certainly not least, Thoe.
I'm gonna break this dude's concentration, like big time.
You are pretty far away. You're by
Yeah.
the door. Okay?
Correct.
I'm going to say that you are, based on how we've laid out the room in previous rounds, you are 40 feet away from this individual.
Cool.
Okay?
All right, then.
Perception check is a free action.
Okay. It's good. It's 17.
There are now 3 guards and 1 robed figure that have entered into the space
I
on
know.
the stage.
And I want to get out, but I also want to break this Tabaxi's concentration so that we can get Alo out with us.
I support this.
So, but I'm what I initially wanted to do, which was way funnier, is 30-foot range. So I have to do the thing that's not as funny.
You're not going to move the 10 feet?
Actually, I get 30 feet of movement, so I could move 10 feet and then move back.
Absolutely,
20
you should
feet
totally do this.
to get out. Wow. Okay, so for the first thing I'm going to do, because it might work without me having to move,
Okay.
is I'm going to cast Ray of Frost.
What is the range on Ray of Frost?
60 feet.
60 feet, okay.
At the Tabaxi to hopefully break his concentration. That is crud. That is a 16 to hit.
A 16 is barely going to hit, but it
Okay.
is going to hit.
Cool. That is 9 points of frost damage.
He makes a save.
He makes a save. Okay. I'm going to use sorcery points to make the second cantrip of 2 cantrips a bonus action. And I'm going to move the 10 feet because it's funnier. Okay. I could do the 60 feet one, but it's not. It's better to do this.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to move the 10 feet and cast Infestation because it's funny because he's a cat. So I'm going to cover him with like mites and fleas.
Mites and
Because I figure,
fleas on the
like,
cat.
That
this
is
would be very
so
upsetting to him.
great.
So
great.
So he gets a cloud of mites and fleas and other parasites on him,
Got it.
and he's going to have to succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take. It's weird because it says 1d6 poison damage and move, but it also then here it says it's 3d6 of poison damage. I don't know why. Oh, because I'm because of my level, so it's actually 3d6 of poison damage. So he has to make a con save of 18.
He fails the save.
Okay, so he's going to take 3d6 of poison damage. That is 8, 9, 10 points of poison damage. And he's also going to move in a random direction.
Okay.
He's going to move north, whatever direction that is.
Okay.
But I'm hoping that breaks his concentration enough, like all of this stuff. Or did he only have to make one con save?
So here's the deal. Right now, cantrips are a good choice because you can do 2.
Right.
But they do not put out a ton of damage,
Okay.
even at this level. And with Warcaster specifically, he gets advantage on concentration checks
Got it.
to maintain spells.
All right, well, that didn't work, but I tried.
Warcaster is a beast. Okay, so Thoe moves away from the group.
It was 10, but I'm using the rest of my movement to move back. Can I do
Okay,
that?
so she's moving 10 feet, she's casting the spells, and then she's moving 10 feet.
Well, I'd like to move 20. I'd like to go ahead and get out the door if I can, because
Okay.
then we're not all sitting
Flying
in the doorway.
past everybody. Got
Hopefully
it?
they'll follow me, and hopefully Ollie they can break the concentration, he can get out, but at least we're not all standing in the doorway.
Okay, I will say,
But I'm only 10 feet outside the door. If I need to go back in, I can.
I will say the running tab is now 7 guards, 1 robed figure. One robed figure, as it was so good that he would like to participate as well. As you are suddenly back in the space, Alo. The banishment drops as a wall of fire erupts, catching everybody but Thoe near the entrance to this room. Hot side toward each and every one of you. It's 20 feet high. Thoe's moved past the group. Everyone else stood by the door to see what happens. So I need everybody that's near this part of the door to give me a dexterity saving throw.
Is that me as well?
No. You are in the same space that you were before. This is cutting off the room from the area, so the concentration on you drops. Okay? You find yourself back in the space. As everybody else, give me dexterity saving throws.
21.
19.
19 makes it.
18.
18 makes it.
21.
21 makes it. Mandrake.
12 plus 9, 21.
Nice.
21.
That makes it. 5, 12, 19, 24, 29. Okay. So you guys take 15 points of fire damage.
I actually have evasion, so I take 0 damage.
Okay.
Got it.
Mom drops. Mom is currently unconscious. as the fire is just too much. She's moving slower. And the wall of fire is up.
Who cast Wall of Fire?
That's Abaxi.
Okay.
You are separated from the guards in the space. Don't have to worry about that for the time being. Edgar, it's your turn.
Oh boy. Question. Wind wall. Can I
Trovik.
blow the firewall away?
Trovik, are you holding on to Mom as she drops?
Yes.
Okay.
The whole point was me sticking next to Mom.
I don't know if I have pegged wind wall versus a firewall, or if the two spells would compound upon one another
and cancel out.
No, the wind would actually feed the fire.
Dang. Dang.
Give me an intelligence check, Edgar.
You know, hopefully I'm good at these. No, I'm not good at this. That was a 4.
Yep, that wind wall is going to cancel out the fire.
Oh my god.
No.
I don't. I mean, he would try. Sure.
Buddy, I'm gonna give you a choice.
Again.
Tell you what, Edgar uses a little bit of logic, and I will let him think through this. Okay, if you want to cast something else, or if you want to keep moving, you can do that as well.
I want to keep moving out because it's blocking the doorway, right?
No, it is blocking you from the room. Everybody ran towards an open doorway. Out, you can see outside from where you are. The fire is blocking off Olo and the rest of the room.
Okay. I want to keep moving out towards the door.
It is chaos. It is chaos outside as people are jumping into carriages.
Makes sense. Okay. I don't have any more spells. Well, not if I can use right now. Yeah, I'm just gonna be outside, I guess.
Okay, that's
just
Edgar.
trying to figure out what's happening next.
Edgar is outside, running for it. Otto.
I'm going through that wall.
Got it. You appear back in the space, and all of the guards are in the spot. Although they're going to take some shots, buddy, with those crossbows that they have on their side as you make a run for it. This is going to be 7 crossbow shots. Okay.
Okay.
16.
No.
15.
No.
25.
I'm gonna use defensive duelist. No.
Okay. 19.
No.
Oh. Whew.
18.
No.
20 on the dot.
No.
And a 15 again. All 7 are gonna miss.
Get that game right.
However, it is now Jeremy's turn.
Jeremy.
He's getting another turn?
Nope. He's getting a reaction.
Didn't he burn that with his attack on me? Question mark? To banish me?
Didn't you come back from? No, you're right. It's right before. No, he has his whole other turn went around. Wasn't that the argument?
Right.
He cast Firewall.
Yeah.
He dropped the spell, cast Firewall. We argued, that it's back to his turn again. God, man. I think what he's going to do is He's gonna reach into his pocket as well. It's got to be a melee attack or a spell. Give me a wisdom save, Alo.
17.
Not gonna do it.
Nope.
Hey, best bud in the whole wide world. I don't know if you want to leave just yet.
Wait,
Like,
is this a charm spell?
this is a charm spell. Do you have
I
any?
have advantage against those.
Go ahead and roll again.
Come on, buddy.
That is 17.
That is this. Hey, best bud in the whole wide world. Why don't you stay for a while and talk? Let's figure this out. There's no reason to hurt yourself or anyone else here around you. I'll talk to the guards. How about that? I think your love for your mom might supersede this.
Yeah, like, I'm just like, but mom! Mom! Ethel, you talk to them. I'm gonna go check on mom!
Tell you what, pal. It was a calculated risk, but he is bad at math. Go ahead and run through that firewall.
Great.
Somebody start playing Feed the Fire for me, please.
5, 12, 19, 27, 30 points of fire damage.
Alright.
As Alo goes jumping through the firewall.
Cool.
He's jumping the fire.
I would like to pick up mom and
Okay.
continue going.
Okay. You are running outside as well.
Yep. Yeah. I'm just like, thanks, that's fine!
Cool. Great. Great. Nyx, what are you doing?
Who's out the door so far?
Currently, Thoe is the only one. Thoe and Edgar see Sky.
Zoe and Edgar. Okay.
And Alo, who has taken mom from Trovic and is running.
Okay.
I was gonna say, I have a 60-foot movement speed.
You do.
And an extra action to dash.
You do.
I'm going
How long is this
to.
hallway?
No, you're good. You're good.
Alright.
I'm going outside, but I'm keeping my line of sight, if I can, inside.
You're running
like,
backwards?
No, like I go outside, but then I'm going to face the open doorway and look through in case something happens. And then, yeah. And I'm casting Mage Armor on myself.
Okay. With that, I would see you are perceptive enough to see a wagon pulled up. It looks to be one of the largest wagons. As you see Dad in all his glory pull up with a "Get in, losers, we're getting out of here," where he's front seat and Humphrey is in the passenger.
Good boy.
Side of things, and he's not slowing the wagon down. He's kind of keeping it moving a bit to give everybody a second to climb aboard, jump in, and let's go. That is their turn. Trovic.
Not even breaking stride. Getting out of there.
Give me
my brother's safe. My brother's safe. I don't care.
Give me an acrobatics check. This is about you jumping and catching this moving wagon as it goes.
Sure.
I could be argued athletics or acrobatics. I'm going to give you a shot either way.
I'll take the athletics because it's 1 point better.
Okay.
Hey Edgar, thanks for the inspiration, bro. Appreciate it.
You're welcome, buddy. I got you. Please.
That is a total 19.
19.
Roll the 9 of the die.
You jump aboard the moving wagon. Mandrake.
How far is the wagon from where JJ is?
Don't care, run.
Oh no, I'm running to the wagon. Running to the wagon.
There is a wall of fire up. You have no idea where JJ is past the wall of fire.
Okay, got it. I'm gonna run, jump on the top of the wagon, sitting facing the other direction so I can watch who's behind us.
Athletics or acrobatics check?
Acrobatics. That is a 20, 5, 6, 7, 27.
Okay. 27. Easily. Hop on top of the wagon. Thoe,
Wagon. Let's wagon.
you fly after. You don't even have to do it because you could just like flap your wings and like catch up to the wagon, and
Wagon.
as the wagon is continuously going. Edgar.
I'm getting my proud Mary on. I'm gonna go to that wagon.
Okay. Olo.
Because I got out, can I like start sticking my hand out and helping people haul in?
You could. I need to do a death saving throw.
Oh my god, I need to cast Cure Wounds on Mom!
As mom is unconscious after the fire blast. That is a failed death saving throw.
At the earliest opportunity, I'd like to cast Cure Wounds on Mom.
The fire drops and the wagon is beginning to go. Olo, it's Jeremy's turn. He is not going to do anything other than dropping this and beginning to walk leisurely outside. Edgar, it is now your turn.
Getting in the wagon.
Okay, athletics or acrobatics?
Acrobatics. So that is 14 plus 7.
14 plus 7? 21.
Yeah.
You make it on them. Okay.
Yeah, I did it.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. Okay. Alo, your turn.
Cure Wounds!
Here, the wagon's.
Oh, she is on.
The wagon's getting further away. You cast Cure Wounds with your action.
Okay, yeah. And I've got 60 feet to get to the wagon.
No, you do not. You are carrying your mother. So you,
2 actions.
You do have 2 actions here. Your haste is starting to get close to not being there, correct?
Okay.
It's got a full minute.
I understand that, but that was at the beginning of this battle, correct? And there has been 1 round where he was banished, and all of the previous rounds to that. So I'm guessing that we have 2 rounds.
7 rounds in.
7 rounds in. Okay? So he's using this round to cast Cure Wounds. One of the actions to cast Cure Wounds.
Yes.
And the other action to do what?
To dash with her, so I would be able to move 60 feet. Not 120, which I would be with the dash, it would still be 60.
Alright, so are you handing her off?
Yes.
Okay. Who is catching Mom?
Yo.
Okay? You're handing her off. Okay? I will say that that's a secondary action. Running and dashing and Cure Wounds and handing Mom off. Okay? Which leaves you 2 more rounds of haste.
Go.
Okay? As the wagon gets a little bit going, Dad starts to slow it down a bit. Okay? Edgar, Olo, Nix, you doing anything?
Alright, so how far am I from the wagon?
20 feet away.
20 feet? Alright. Yeah, benign transportation onto the wagon.
Okay.
And then I'll let everyone
Where?
know. Empty space on the wagon.
On top where Mandrake and Thoe are?
What kind of wagon?
You know what? I'll say open. This will make it better. More cinematic. Open space on the wagon. You're still invisible.
Yeah, grab an empty space and I'll say out loud, I'm on the wagon, just so you know.
Got it?
Let's get going.
Nix.
Of course, he's on the wagon.
Mom is up. Trovic is up. Mandrake is... Trovic, you doing anything?
I'll pump another Cure Wounds into Mom.
Got it. Mandrake, you doing anything?
He's leisurely walking towards us. How many feet away is he now?
Who?
From where I'm sitting on the wagon? JJ?
JJ?
You said he's...
I'll say JJ's 30 feet away from you. He's just made it outside. And I'll say 40 feet away.
Okay, So from on top of the wagon facing him, I'm going to cast Phantasmal Force.
So you're attacking him. Do it. What's the save?
Just got off a wagon, man.
What's the save?
Yeah, that's what I do. I'm sorry, guys. Intelligence.
Okay.
15.
He makes it. What damage does he take on a successful intelligence save?
On a failed save, you create a phantasmal image. The target uses its intelligence.
I don't think anything
If the
happens.
check succeeds, the target realizes it's an illusion, and the spell ends.
Okay. He sees the phantasmal force in front of him and waves it off with a hand.
Right. It would be a giant spray bottle of water.
He puts one finger up and shakes it like this. Zoe, the kitty's mad.
We were going. We were leaving.
I mean, we're still leaving.
How far away is the kitty from me?
40 feet.
I can't make us go faster. Is
Do
this
not engage with the cat.
no? Is this carriage being like drawn by like? Are there horses in front of
horses.
it? It's horses.
Do you have make horse fast?
No, I don't have the make horse fast spell. I can't believe I didn't take that.
You don't have that spell because that is a level 9 spell.
Right. Okay. So I'm going to ready an action. Like I'm going to ready like a ray of frost if the cat starts attacking us. That's going to be a readied action, but I'm not actually going to attack the cat. And then I'm going to look for the super horse spell so I can have it at some later time. Okay. Let's do that.
God, what do I do here? You fucking hit him. Excuse my language. I dropped an F-bomb.
I didn't hit him.
No,
I cast
you
an illusion.
You attacked him.
tried to hit him. You were going. You were leaving. Okay. Yeah. Fireball.
Counterspell.
What level?
5th level.
Okay. He's gonna roll. 19 on the die. His counterspell is gonna block it.
I've got a pearl of, I'm using my pearl of power.
To do.
Oh, is it, okay, how does this work? Because I've never actually used this before. To replenish a spell slot? Is that a full
As
action
an
to do it?
action.
Takes an action to do
Okay,
it.
so I'm gonna just do it, and I know I can't counterspell now, but at least I'll have a 3rd level spell slot if I need it. Because it's a once a day thing.
Okay. Yeah.
Quick question.
Sure.
Counterspell, casting time 1 reaction, which you take when you see a creature within 60 feet casting a spell.
Cool.
Oh, no, never mind. So he can't see me casting counterspell, so can he not counterspell it?
How would you be able to cast counterspell if you cannot see?
I can see him, so I can counterspell him, but he can't see me, so he can't counterspell me, right? Because he can't see me casting counterspell.
I'm never going to let you take greater invisibility again. You have not been seen this entire fight.
I wanted to conjure an elemental, but apparently that takes a minute to cast, so that I had to work with what I had.
You attempt to interrupt a creature in the process of casting a spell.
If you look in the casting time.
1 reaction would you take when you see a creature within...
Ooh.
Okay. The fireball is dispelled.
Ha 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 ha, fine print.
As he's going to use his movement as much as he can with a rage and cut the distance to Otto. You did it, bud. No fireball.
Yeah.
World's best cup of coffee. Oh god.
Ugh.
Edgar. Yep.
Yes.
Oh gosh.
What's going on, buddy?
Is this person still like? Are they getting closer to us?
They are up on Olo, and both of them are. He's managed to catch up. It's a weird running game. Olo's about to get a burst of speed where he can break away from this individual, but this individual is running dangerously close to where Olo is.
Okay. I want to use polymorph on the Tabaxi.
Okay.
Yeah, wisdom of 18, and turn him into a like a squirrel or a mouse.
Got it.
Something small.
I think it's highly appropriate as he's reaching a hand out for Olo and is instantly turned into a squirrel. Hitting the ground next to Olo, not quite reaching him. That is your turn.
See.
You doing anything with your bonus action?
No, because I just used polymorph. So I don't use spells.
Olo, I need a athletics or acrobatics to get onto the cart.
Can I hold my hand out like
Use all
to
that
assist him?
athletics, buddy.
That's 22.
22. You manage to get onto the cart with 1 round of haste still available to you. Are 2 rounds of haste available to you as you jump on the cart, and the cart begins to take off in a direction away from the governor's mansion.
Yes.
Father keeps it at a clip, making sure that you all are somehow swept up in all of the carts leaving this particular space, and you travel on into the evening. Where are you headed?
Away from there. Where were we originally headed before we got sidetracked? Oh my gosh, like a billion
Well,
years ago.
The cart
Are
in the
we-
castle?
Castle.
Are we currently in?
That
trying
was
to find
Cidrain.
the. Yeah, we're in Cidrain right now, right?
You are in a form of flux right now. You are both.
Were in Cidrain, question mark.
You were in Cidrain, question.
Okay. So if we're heading to the castle, we'd be heading to Kashid, right?
Yes.
All right. Do we want to make a direct approach or go around?
We
I'll
need
just-
to rest before we get to any sort of castle-like
Yeah.
structure
Yeah.
or any place where someone might try to kill us.
Out of harm's way,
So I think we
please.
should look for the safest place possible along the road and off the road, and where it looks safe.
Where
and
is there?
safely sleep safely.
Safely.
Yes.
Okay.
Who's
Alright.
really good at finding super safe places to sleep?
I need somebody to take the reins on this one and make a survival check, unless anyone has magical means to ensure a place to stay, or Nope.
I would say that I'm like a +2 on the scale of survival checks, so if somebody else is better
Yeah.
at those.
We've had this
Edgar.
problem before.
Edgar, I want you to do me a favor. When you roll, add a +5 from my flash of genius.
So 9 total, Edgar.
Oh boy.
You gotta be running low on flashes of genius too. This is
I
your
got one
one
left.
more
I got
after this.
one
Okay,
left.
so roll the dice and add +9.
Plus
Yeah.
9.
Yikes. Okay, that's a 19. Thank you, Flash of Genius.
Okay.
Hey, payback, man. How we do?
You continue on until it's a little uncomfortable how dark it is. But after a fair bit of time, with Edgar guiding you to a part of rest, you find a campsite off the beaten path. It is a breath of life to walk away from this battle unscathed. For the most part. The exhaustion and weariness of the day begin to hit. As you all make camp for the night. Before your long rest. As you are all sitting down, mother and father wrapped in this odd clump around Olo. Where Olo is the middle of the Oreo, and both of them are just sort of enfolded around him. They just want to be near him, and after a while this massive group hug is there, Olo, you hear the comforting sounds of both your mother and father having fallen asleep, hugging you. The exhaustion of the day hitting them, and you carefully squeeze out, or do you stay there, or do you?
Yeah, I'm gonna squeeze out.
You get them resting and put a blanket on top of them. As you all begin to set up your watch schedule for that evening. Yes.
I'd like to use my Pearl of Power to get a 3rd level back.
Okay.
Actually, I have 3rd levels back. Never mind. And I would like to cast Ascending.
Okay. Before we get to that, is anybody else doing anything while you're setting up camp before you start establishing watches?
Yeah. I want to pull Nix aside real quick. I just got a quick question I need to ask him.
Yeah.
Nix.
Yes.
As we are going back to the kingdom, you may wish to have something to establish that you are in fact a royal house. Yes.
I mean,
apart from the looks, yes. A signet ring of some sort.
Okay.
What is your family's crest? Describe or draw it in as much detail as possible, please.
Well, I'm not much of an artist, but divided into 4 with gold, blue on the top left, bottom right, purple on the other 2. 0 stars, 1 star, 2 stars, 3 stars, top left to bottom right.
Understood. I'm gonna sketch it out as quickly as possible, just show it to him. Is this about right?
Pretty much.
Cool. I have a project I need to work on. Should be ready before too long.
All
right. Nix, who is your sending to?
Kessel.
Okay.
All right. Hey Kessel, it's Navon. I didn't know you were still alive. What's going on in the castle? Whoever's there's not me.
I'm being held against my will in the dungeons. I've known you were alive for quite some time, thanks to Thoe. Don't come back. Stay dead.
I'm gonna cast again. Not an option. I prefer to save you, but I'm gonna save the kingdom either way.
You sound like father. He was an idiot like you, but the best kind. I wish you luck. Be brave. Be his son. I love you. I'm sorry.
Sorry for what? And
Third-
that's all.
Third
Yeah,
pass?
third one. Yeah.
I made a bad choice. I don't think you'll understand this. Have you ever done something that you thought was right? Turns out it wasn't.
That's all I need to hear.
Okay? Where is everybody sitting?
I'm gonna post up in the wagon.
Okay? With that, the fire that you had before you is suddenly extinguished. As the Queen of Air and Darkness manifests in the clearing. This timing sucks, and I'm real sorry. I'm real sorry in
it's
advance,
okay.
but it has to.
It has to happen.
She comes forward, and Mab is covered in a crimson, dark red blood. The blood of the Fae is dripping off of her. Clutched in Mab's hand is a seed, a brown seed, and she says, "Fine, I'm ready. I did what you wanted. You go ahead and call him, because my part of this is done. I have given you everything you asked for.
And I did everything you asked.
Call him."
I summon Enwin of the Nine, nameless one, unbeholden to Puck, god of stories.
Okay.
And I wait.
As that happens, Mab takes the seed upon her hand and forcefully grabs it by two ends and rips it open. There is a scream that echoes forth as she takes this thing and grabs it by two husks at the very top and just rips it open. A scream comes forth from the seed itself, and as the seed cracks open, a very confused looking individual stands in the clearing. Anyone who has seen Enwin before immediately recognizes him. He has an owl perched upon his shoulders. He looks very confused. And as that happens, Mav takes a step backwards, spits at the ground at his feet.
I grab him by the shirt. Or it's not a shirt, but yeah, I grab him.
There is a look of pain, shock, and confusion as Enwin and Thoe vanish. And that is where we are going to end tonight's episode.
What?
Come on.
Oh my god.
That's the whole thing.
You need. You are at that point. You do not.
I know. I have nothing left. I mean, I have a little bit, but I don't have enough.
Oof.
Holy cannoli, Batman.
Wait, you got cannolis?
Only no.
No, cannolis would be better than the spell slots I have left.
Okay, you guys, what an episode.
Wow.
You, well done, group. Go ahead and level up that one extra level.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, really.
15.
You're 15. You are of the god kind. You are at level 15 now, as you are making your way, and we are eking ever closer. This is all the level ups you are getting. You are at 15 because I don't want to see you guys at 20. So as you hit level 15, we are going to go raid another channel to spread the love a little bit. Tune in for next Tuesday, where depending on the rolls made, Thoe might be joining you guys. So we'll see what happens. Because the timing of this just sucked. I didn't expect all this to happen, but I have to fit the timetable that it's fitted to. So yep. Al, have your phone handy next couple of days. Okay.
Yeah. Can do. Yeah.
You're gonna get some messages. So okay, great.
Just let me know, and I'm just gonna kick your door in.
Okay, perfect. For everybody that tuned in tonight, that hung out and chatted and helped the group when they needed it the most, it shows. There was a couple of close calls tonight, but this character was one I've been working on for a while because where Mandrake is the grandson of the Mad Hatter, JJ is the great grandson of Cheshire. He hates you too. That's okay. Icky B, you've saved lives tonight. We're gonna go raid the channel. Stay tuned. We love you guys so much. Indigo Connect, and hey, do you wonder? Because I certainly do. Let's go show some love to Random Encounter Productions. Make sure you say hi and tell them we sent you.